Parliament has passed the Supreme Court Number of Judges Amendment Bill 2026, increasing the sanctioned strength of Supreme Court judges from 33 to 37, excluding the Chief Justice of India. Counting the Chief Justice, the full sanctioned strength therefore becomes 38. The legislation aims to enhance judicial efficiency, reduce the backlog of cases, and enable the apex court to handle its growing workload more effectively. About the court, the Supreme Court of India was established under Article 124 of the Constitution, began with a strength of just 8 judges including the Chief Justice in 1950, and its judges retire at the age of 65. Parliament has passed the Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Bill 2026, introducing stricter rules for the delayed registration of births and deaths. Under the amended law, registrations made more than 1 year but within 2 years of the event will require approval from the district magistrate, the sub-divisional magistrate, or an authorized executive magistrate after verification. For registrations beyond 2 years, an order from a judicial magistrate of the first class becomes mandatory. The changes aim to prevent misuse of delayed registration and strengthen the integrity of civil records. About the law, the parent legislation is the Registration of Births and Deaths Act of 1969, administered through the Registrar General of India under the Home Ministry. Parliament has passed the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Amendment Bill 2026 to help MSMEs receive payments more quickly and resolve payment disputes faster. Under the new law, all central public sector enterprises must make payments to MSMEs through the Trade Receivables Discounting System, an online platform that helps small businesses receive their dues without delay. If a payment dispute cannot be settled through mediation, it must be referred to arbitration within 30 days, and the arbitration must be completed within 90 days. Where a dispute continues for more than 6 months, at least 50% of the amount awarded must be paid to the MSME while the case is being resolved. The parent law is the MSMED Act of 2006. Glow Lake in Arunachal Pradesh has been added to the list of Ramsar sites, taking India's total to 101. Nestled within the Kamlang Tiger Reserve and Wildlife Sanctuary, this pristine freshwater lake is the state's first wetland to receive the international recognition. Announcing the designation, Union Environment Minister Shri Bhupender Yadav said the move would strengthen biodiversity conservation, water and climate security, and sustainable livelihoods. About the convention, the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands was signed in 1971 in the Iranian city of Ramsar, came into force in 1975, and India became a party to it in 1982. India's first 2 Ramsar sites were Chilika Lake in Odisha and Kyoledeo in Rajasthan. On International Clouded Leopard Day, the 4th of August 2026, India launched the Clouded Leopard Conservation Action Plan to strengthen protection of this elusive wildcat. The plan focuses on habitat protection, scientific monitoring, forest connectivity and community participation across Northeast India. It identifies 14 priority conservation landscapes, promotes habitat restoration and wildlife corridors, and integrates climate resilience and sustainable livelihood support into long-term conservation efforts. About the species, the clouded leopard, scientific name Neopheles nebulosa, is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List, is protected under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, and is the state animal of Meghalaya. The Union Cabinet has approved the Galvanizing Organic Bio-Agro Resources Dhan Scheme, known as GeoBioDhan, or the National Circular Bioenergy Scheme, with an outlay of 23,731 crore rupees for the period 2026-27 to 2035-36. The scheme aims to convert agricultural residue, cattle dung and organic waste into clean energy, organic manure and rural income, while achieving nearly 10-fold growth in compressed biogas production. It offers assured procurement, stable pricing, capital assistance, pipeline connectivity and credit support, and is expected to attract private investment, create rural jobs and reduce dependence on imported fossil fuels. India's aviation infrastructure received a major boost as Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi inaugurated the Alluri Sitaram Raju International Airport at Bhogapuram, in Andhra Pradesh's Vijayanagaram district, on the 1st of August 2026. Developed under the public-private partnership model at a cost of over 5,640 crore rupees, the airport can handle 6 million passengers annually. It is equipped with modern facilities including artificial intelligence-based systems, biometric passenger processing and automated baggage handling. About the name, Alluri Sitaram Raju was a freedom fighter who led the Rump Rebellion against the British between 1922 and 1924. India's economy is likely to grow by around 7% in the first quarter of 2026-27. According to an SBI research report. The improved outlook is backed by stronger economic indicators, with the index of industrial production growing 7.3%, exports rising 15.5%, industrial credit expanding 19.2%, electricity demand increasing 11.5%, and passenger vehicle sales surging 24.1% in June. The report also said improving monsoon conditions and healthy reservoir levels are expected to further support growth. Remember that this is a research projection, not an official government estimate. Cross-border trade between India and China has resumed with effect from the 1st of August 2026 through the Shipki La Pass in Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur district, after a gap of nearly 6 years. The trade, suspended since 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, resumed with the inauguration of the Chupan Trade Mart at Nangya and the flagging off of a group of 17 traders by the State Revenue Minister Shri Jagat Singh Negi. About the pass, Shipki La connects Himachal Pradesh with Tibet, and the Sutlej River enters India through this area. India and China have 3 designated border trade passes, Shipki La in Himachal Pradesh, Lipulekh in Uttarakhand, and Nathu La in Sikkim. India concluded its campaign at the Commonwealth Games 2026 in 4th place on the medal table, with 39 medals, 13 gold, 17 silver and 9 bronze. Australia topped the standings with 171 medals including 70 gold, followed by England with 110 medals and Canada with 62. India's campaign was led by a record-breaking performance in boxing, where the contingent won 10 medals including 7 gold and 3 silver. The country also registered its best-ever performance in judo, winning 4 medals including 2 historic golds. India's para-athletes delivered 7 medals, 3 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze.